there are two realities. One, God knows so much more what is best for us rather than us. So I'd rather depend on his will rather than trying to claim what my will thinks is best for me. I'm often wrong when we come to that. And
So
the
true.
second thing, it really leads to this performance-based faith that is incredibly unhealthy, and it's more. It really negates the grace that Christ has provided for us, because it's really more about what I can do rather than how God is working through me.
Yeah, I know there are definitely been times where I can look back for things I prayed for and I'm like, oh, I'm so glad God didn't answer that. Like
Yeah,
that was not what I
yeah,
needed. It was what I thought it was what I wanted, maybe, and what I thought I needed, but it wasn't actually what's best for me. And I think about my daughter a lot because she's one, and I
hey,
mean, yeah. I mean, if you let her do her own devices, though, like she'd eat cat food and all kinds of things and put stuff in her mouth. She wants to mess with the carbon monoxide alarm. Like, there's all these things, and she doesn't understand. Like, like you can't stick your finger in the socket. Like, that's not appropriate. It's not going to be, like my job is to keep you alive. And I think sometimes we're that childlike in our experience. We think we know more. Like she thinks like, oh, I could just grab this, I can do that, it's fine. But there's so many things that we have no idea what's coming around the bend. um in our own personal lives or professional lives, and sometimes God doesn't give us things because we're not ready for it, or because he's wanting to do something greater down the road. And this is not, we're not at the end of the story till we get to heaven. And so that
yeah.
piece is encouraging to me, that God's always continuing to work in our lives regardless of what suffering we're experiencing.